I'm so excited to chat with you about State of the Union. It must be an actor's, I'm going to ask Patricia first. It must be an actor's dream to do something that is so spectacularly well written with dialogue.
It was truly an actor's dream. Brendan and I are, veterans in this industry. We've done a lot, but this is truly a high point. The exquisite and profound and perfect words of Nick Hornby and the direction of Stephen Frears. It was a dream come true. And I had to fly into London a year ago at the height of the pandemic. And, everybody in my life was like, oh, Patty, you can't go to London. And my mother was like, Patty, you cannot go to London. And I said, Mother, I'm going to work with Stephen Frears, Nick Hornby, and Brendan Gleeson. She goes, oh, Patty, you're going. Because you'd have to be insane not to go. So, and it didn't disappoint. Your heroes don't disappoint. It was just, it was tough. It was 130 pages in 15 days that we shot, 15 shooting days. So, but it was extraordinary to be there.
Brendan, the same question, except I'm going to add Patricia Clarkson into the thing. She's got to be a dream to work with.
Absolutely, and a dream to know, and a dream to go into the, you got to get in the canoe and go down the rapids. It was a very intense shoot, and it was very challenging amount of dialogue. There are no distractions. You don't get in and have a car chase where you can take a break for a little bit. This is, full on, and Escajoulet is an absolute joy. And so going into battle or going into whatever it is, the challenge with that degree of expertise for a start in Patricia's case, and elegance and attack, but the vigor of the work that went into it and the insight into it. I mean, she's absolutely extraordinary in this, and the performance is magnificent. And it was, you go into the joust every day, and that wherever it takes, whatever turn it takes, she'll be there and she'll be with you, and also aligned against you in what the struggle that we're engaged in the characters. So it was fantastic, and yeah, really joyful, to be honest.
Patricia, you guys are playing a couple that are not afraid to show the warts, as we used to say, and it is such a brilliant statement on marriage and coming up to that time in your marriage where you're together but you're not.
Yes. Well, and that's why the beauty of Nick Hornby. He's perfectly captured that that almost impasse we are reaching. But now I got to give the shout out to Brendan, but to have to go head to head with Brendan Gleeson, who first of all is one of the funniest actors I've ever worked with. He's always this very dramatic man, but there were days on the sets everybody's laughing so hard at him, and he's a brilliant comic, but then he'll turn around and completely tear your heart apart. But it was just such a ride, and it was one that I don't remember a lot of it because it was so intense, but I do it again in a heartbeat. Maybe a few more shooting days, but I'm so thankful to have been through this war, yeah. And I hope that people watching it stay married or not, whatever is best.
Patricia, we met on The Station Agent, which is still one of my favorite movies of all time, and yes. It is such an iconic film now.
It is. It was, again, one of those beautiful, rare moments coming together. I got this call. Tom McCarthy has written a part for you. He knew Bobby Cannavale and Peter Dinklage. You know, he knew Pete and Bobby, and I get this call that he's written this exquisite part for me, and we just showed up in New Jersey in a Howard Johnson's on the side of the freeway, and you know, shot this beautiful little film for $500,000. I don't, you know, we did it, and it just I have nothing but exquisite memories of that.
It resonates.
You know, and
As I said, it resonates even today. I'm sorry to walk over you on that.
no, that's
Brendan, you yourself are an iconic figure as well in, of course, you know, Harry Potter. It's celebrating its 20th anniversary. What memories do you have of playing, you know, Mad-Eyed Moody?
Oh, a lot of prosthetics. Yeah, you know, Mad Eye was well earned, but it was great fun. I have to say, my major worry going into Harry Potter was that there would be nightmarish kind of movie parents thwarting my every instinct, and that all these kids would be a bunch of brats. And when the first like 10 seconds I was on set, I understood that this was not at all what we were looking into. The kids were absolute delights. They were considerate. They were children. They were young adults, and they were being allowed and kept at that proper stage where they weren't allowed to get beyond themselves, at the same time they're allowed to express themselves. And the whole set was an extraordinary kind of testament to the craftsmanship of movie making. All of it, like there was no CGI for most of the series, and they made things. They made the props department, the set designing, the attention to detail. So it was just, again, it felt like this is not going to happen like this ever again, you know. And just the transient nature of everything, and how the kids the next year would have moved into the next stage and be cheekier or be whatever, or be a little spotty or something. And they were all just beautiful little people. And the craftsmanship that was involved persisted right to the end. And so, yeah, I think of it with great effect.
Well, I want to thank both of you for your time this morning. Again, it's State of the Union, Sundance TV. They're treating you right. And it is an amazing, I think anybody taking acting lessons should be watching this just to see your performances, because it is so solid and wonderful. I want to thank you both again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You
Bye-bye.
too.